What's going on, everybody? It's Joel here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a few shoes from the latest packs that Nike had dropped for the Metcon lineup of shoes. We're going to be taking a look at the UT pack, otherwise known as the utility pack, and then we're also going to be taking a look at the nighttime shine colorway for just the Metcon 5. But first off, we're going to start with the UT pack, and I don't know why Nike abbreviated it to UT, because if they had just put utility in the name, the actual colorway would have made a whole lot more sense. So I applaud Nike for going full send on these shoes and just kind of going as ridiculous as possible with them, adding in the strap, putting in a bunch of random colors, like I said, that actually kind of makes sense when you think of the word utility. You've got like the warning orange or safety orange, and then you've got like a warning lime green. I don't know what the teal is for. And then you have like this coyote brown upper. And then there is a rattle can like swoosh that has a little bit of overspray. That is actually my favorite part of the whole pack. The strap has a bunch of little icons of fitness or CrossFit, whatever you want to call them. There's like rings, kettlebells. There's like a dude doing snatch. There's a little assault bike. But yeah, there's a whole lot of little icons that are things that you would use in fitness, which is cool, but I would have rather had that strap without them because I think it is a little bit silly. Maybe they should have just reserved those like icons for like the wrapping paper of the shoes, which, by the way, they only come in just like a normal standard Nike box. There's nothing special about it. Now with the strap, there's no stretch to it. It's just a nylon, like almost like a seatbelt strap, and then it just loops through on the medial side to the lateral side, and then boom, just sticks on with some Velcro hook and loop. Now I have heard that on some of the larger sizes of the Metcon 5s that the strap is a little bit on the short side. This is a men's size 10, and when I have the shoe on, the strap basically comes to the end of the Velcro, just like that. So personally, up to size 10, it hasn't been an issue for me. What I dislike about the strap is that the Velcro is on the bottom side. So when I lace up my shoes, it kind of gets caught on there, and that I find is a little bit annoying because I would rather not have the laces of this shoe get chewed up by the Velcro hook and loop, which the laces themselves on this pack are very nice. They're a little bit more cushioned. They stayed tied. They feel high quality. I can't complain. These are really nice laces, and I hope that Nike kind of goes this route with all of their Metcon shoes. The last little difference between the UTs and the actual just normal Metcons is that the back part of the shoe around the ankle collar is like a textured, almost like TPU kind of foamish material. It feels actually really nice to the touch, and I actually like that a lot more than like the smooth fake leather that is on the normal Metcon 5. So when sizing your Metcon 5 UTs, I found these ones that actually run true to size. I bought both a 10.5 and a 10. The 10 actually fits me right on the money, though. I do like the width of the 10.5 a little bit more. The length is a little bit on the long side. So I would kind of fit right in the middle between a 10 and a 10.5. Personally, I've been wearing the 10, and it hasn't given me any kind of issues with the length or the width. So I would go true to size. If you're looking at the Metcon 5 UTs and you wanted an excuse to buy them other than the fact that they just are so far out there, the fit of these shoes is actually better than on the normal Metcon 5s. They are slightly heavier because you do have a few more materials in there, but it's not that much more. The strap actually does a nice job in securing down the midfoot of the shoe. I actually just kind of lace up the laces on the loose side and then just tighten the strap whenever I want to lock down my foot a little bit more in the Metcon 5 UT. So it's actually a functional upgrade for that extra $10 that you're paying for the Metcon 5 UTs. These ones retail for $140. So next up are the free X Metcon 2 UTs, and these ones actually only have straps on them. There's no laces at all on these shoes, which I prefer, and I think the straps on these work really well. There's one that goes right over the midfoot of the shoe, and then there's one that goes over kind of like where the ankle of the shoe or the base of the shin goes. And in my use, I felt like these secured the foot just fine, and they just made putting on the shoe a lot easier than having shoelaces. The straps on these are the same in build as on the Metcon 5 UTs. They're both like a nylon material, except one is black and then one is like safety orange, warning orange, whatever you want to call it. The Free X Metcon 2s have a TPU heel counter that extends around the Achilles area of the shoe all the way to the midfoot, and that's what you use to loop the front strap through. That TPU material has the rough type texture that is found on the back of the Metcon 5 UTs, and when paired with like the rest of the textures of the Free X Metcon 2, I think it gives the shoe a much better look and a lot more character compared to the normal Free X Metcon. And once again, my personal favorite part of the shoe is that the swoosh on top is like that rattle can swoosh, kind of the same style that is found on the Metcon 5 UTs. Personally, I think the Free X Metcon 2 UTs are better than the standard Free X Metcon 2s because they just have the two straps and it works really well. I hope they release more colorways with just the straps and they just do away with laces on this particular shoe. I personally like it this way better. When sizing your Free X Metcon 2 UTs, these ones fit a little bit bigger than the normal Free X Metcon 2s, so I would just go with your standard training shoe size. I personally went with a size 10.5, which is half a size up, and the length on these is a little bit long for me. While the width is still pretty good, I think that I could go for the size down. These ones retail for $130, which is $10 over the standard Free X Metcon 2 price. So finally, to round out the UT collection is the Metcon X SF. The SF in this shoe stands for Special Forces, and for some reason these carry the Metcon name but aren't actually training shoes. These are actually supposed to be just OCR shoes. I did try to use them for training and I was going to review them, but I decided to stay in my lane on these ones because they are really just an obstacle course racing shoe. They do have some similarities to Metcons, but otherwise I would just stick to obstacle course racing in these shoes. The upper has that haptic chain link upper that pretty much extends throughout the mid part of the shoe, and then there's an overlay on the toe box which is actually pretty thick and dense. Though the shoe is very flexible. You can for sure run comfortably in these shoes. And then there's a little bit more overlay at the back of the shoe. There's a little heel counter overlay. And then you have the outsole, which says something about like anti-clog traction on the bottom of it. Then you have some spikes for traction. I thought this middle part was supposed to be used for rope climbing, but then I used it for rope climbing and it was awful going up. Coming down was pretty quick, but apparently they don't use ropes that much or as much as I thought they did in obstacle course racing, so I guess it's not that big a deal. And then you have a little bit of volt at the back, kind of like a heel stabilizing heel clip. And these ones have kind of a mid cut. It's more of just like a sock fit. It rises up a little bit higher than your normal low cut, but I think that's only to just keep dirt and mud out of your shoe and not actually to give you any kind of support. There's a little pull tab at the back of that. And these ones have a pretty cool lacing system that I like. It's like a little drawstring and all you do is cinch it up. And then there's a little pocket on the side of the shoe that you would tuck that into so it doesn't get in the way or get caught on anything when you're doing any kind of workouts. So like I said before, I did train in these shoes and surprisingly, they are fairly stable while still being flexible. They are actually pretty lightweight. I'd imagine running on like an obstacle course would be much easier to do in these shoes than running on asphalt is because there's really no cushioning in these shoes at all. They're more geared towards like grip and stability. Rope climbs, not very good in these shoes. I wouldn't be doing any kind of serious squatting. I did some shoulder to overhead in these shoes and I was kind of all over the place in them as well. So definitely not a weightlifting shoe, more of just an obstacle course racing shoe. And finally, the last colorway that we're going to take a look at is the Nighttime Shine colorway. So this one is cool because it has like 3M reflective bits all over it. The back Achilles area or heel counter of the shoe is reflective. Then the lace eyelets are reflective, or the overlay that goes with the lace eyelets is reflective. And there is a little bit of reflectiveness in the haptic chain link upper, but since the chain link is so small and thin, it's not really all that noticeable. So really all you're gonna get the reflectiveness from is around the laces and then the back area of the shoe. Otherwise, the shoe is just black and gray. The outsole is black. The heel clip is clear but has like a silver-ish reflective layer under it. And then the rest of the shoe is pretty much the same as any other Metcon 5. The laces are the thin, rigid, crappy laces that I complained about with the Metcon 5. It also seems like they have gone and fixed the sizing of the newer Metcon 5s as well. So this is a size 10 and it fits me right on the money compared to some of the previous model Metcon 5s where I had some sizing issues and had to size those up to a size 10.5. The Nighttime Shine colorway is extremely wearable. It's got neutral colors. If you're a Raiders fan, you're for sure gonna love these ones. This colorway retails for $140. It does shine up and light up when you shine some light on it, but otherwise it is the same as any other Metcon 5. So that's it for this video, guys. We just took a look at some of the colorways and packs that had come out for the Metcon 5. If you guys have any questions about the utility pack or the Nighttime Shine pack, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And as always, guys, please hit that like button, subscribe, and thanks for watching.